Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Small talk to ESL, English as a second language. In the name of Yesaya Hamsia, and I am Saud Isak Simanjuntak, and I believe every minute you spend studying will help you achieve your goal. Jadi setiap menit yang Anda habiskan untuk belajar akan membantu Anda mencapai tujuan Anda. In this opportunity, I'm gonna share or inform you about phrases. And maybe in your mind appear what for? What are phrases? What is the phrases for? What is the benefit learning phrases for us? Okay, before further explanations about phrases, let us first look the following illustrations. What do you opinions of this picture? Okay, let us look for the first picture. It's written on the board, text, entry please. Jadi di sini tertulis di papan teksnya entry please dengan artinya ditulis di bawah, mohon antri. Okay, and the second picture. Let us look. Pada gambar kedua, mari kita lihat tiada hari tanpa belajar. And in the bulletin board, it's written no learning, no day. Jadi di bulletin boardnya tertulis dalam bahasa Inggris no learning, no day. Okay, next. Okay, how about this? What are your opinions of this picture? And in the first picture, it's written if you see something suspect or can be disturbed, aviation safety. And if you know about indefinite pronouns, you can answer or you can know about the something suspect indefinite pronoun like something, someone, anything, anyone. Jadi kalau Anda tahu tentang indefinite pronoun, kata ganti indefinite atau kata ganti yang tidak tertentu, di sini ada it's a little bit of confused. Okay, look at this text. If you see something suspicious or can be disturbed, aviation safety. Jika melihat sesuatu yang mencurigakan atau dapat mengganggu penerbangan, you can please call us. Jadi Anda dapat menghubungi kami. Okay, for the next picture, it's written, saya malu datang terlambat. Pada gambar berikutnya itu tertulis dalam bahasa Indonesia, saya malu datang terlambat. And in English, it's written, dan dalam bahasa Inggrisnya ditulis, come to my side late. Okay? If you any comments or if you have any opinions, you can write it, or you can put the text, or can you write the comment on the description box below. Okay, let us to the next slide. And of this picture, how about opinions? There is the first picture. Look at the chit-chatting. Yeah, from the account Donut. Yeah, it's written in the chatting. Bahasa Inggrisnya lampu apa? Lamp. Kalau buruk, bad. Kalau digabungin, lambat. Aku tuh nunggu kamu nembak aku tahu. Okay, and the second chit-chatting from the account Ayam Tengik. That is the text of their chat. Bahasa Inggrisnya bulan apa? And he said, moon. Dan dijawabnya moon. Kalau pintu, door. Kalau digabung, moon door. Itu dia menjawab, itu yang ingin kubilang dari dulu, mundur. Okay, and then let us jump to the phrases. What is phrase? A phrase is a grammatical term referring to a group of words that doesn't include the subject and verb and have a particular meaning. Jadi, frasa adalah istilah tata bahasa yang mengacu kepada sekelompok kata yang tidak termasuk subjek dan kata kerjanya dan memiliki arti yang khusus. What are phrases? Phrases are a group or pairing of words in English. A phrase can be short or long, but it doesn't include the subject-verb pairing necessary to make a clause. Apa itu frasa? Frasa adalah sekelompok atau pasangan kata dalam bahasa Inggris. Sebuah frasa bisa pendek atau panjang, tetapi tidak termasuk pasangan subjek verba yang diperlukan untuk membuat klausa. For example, sebagai contoh, cafe. That is word. Beautiful cafe. That is phrase. And then we come to Buyong's beautiful cafe. It's called close. And then the last, we come to Buyong's beautiful cafe last night at Kebun Tengah in front of the gas station at Kuala Simpang. And it is a sentence. Okay, the next slide. As you know, this is the point easy phrase to say. Jadi ini adalah poin-poin frasa-frasa mudah untuk diucapkan. As you know, the American people in daily conversations always use phrases. So phrases in small talk are always used by native speaker. Jadi frase-frase dalam bahasa obrolan ringan atau bahasa-bahasa percakapan singkat selalu digunakan oleh penutur asli. Let us look. You can see at the text. Be strong. a phrase that's easy to say but a hard thing to do when you are broken. That is just a wise word. Okay, the first phrase we're gonna to dive in to look at what according to the particular meaning. First, call off or call something off. Call off or call something off is an English phrase that means to cancel. Jadi kata call off, phrase call off atau call something off adalah bahasa Inggris frase dengan arti to cancel atau untuk membatalkan. Okay, let's jump to the example of call off or call something off. Okay, I call off my order. Aku membatalkan pesananku. And the second sample of the call off, can you call off this food? Dapatkah kamu membatalkan makanan ini? My boss calls off our meeting. Bos kami membatalkan pertemuan kami. Okay, for the next samples of call something off. Number one or the first sample. We need to call the meeting off because it's going to rain. Okay, we need to call the meeting off because it's going to rain or it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Okay, sorry. We need to call the meeting off because it's gonna rain or it's going to rain. Kami membatalkan meeting karena hari akan turun hujan. Okay. And the next sample, I call the visiting off to your home because I have a lot to do later. I call the visiting off to your home because I have a lot to do later. Saya membatalkan berkunjung ke rumahmu karena banyak hal yang akan dikerjakan nanti. Okay, for the next phrase, calm down. Itu yang artinya tenang. Calm down is the English phrase that means relax after being angry. Calm down is the English phrase that means relax after being angry. Jadi phrase calm down adalah frase bahasa Inggris yang memiliki arti relax atau tenang setelah marah. Okay, let's jump to the example. Examples of calm down. You can sit with us after you have calmed down. Anda bisa duduk bersama kami. Anda bisa duduk bersama kami setelah Anda tenang. Okay, the second example. I've been rocking the baby for hours, but I just can't get her to calm down and stop crying. Calm down. We'll be home before curfew. Oke, saya telah mengayunkan bayi selama berjam-jam, tapi saya tidak bisa membuatnya tenang dan berhenti menangis. Oke, tenang, calm down, tenang. Kita akan pulang sebelum jam malam. Oke, work was chaotic during the merger, but things are finally calming down now. Jadi pekerjaan ini kacau setelah terjadi penggabungan atau merger, tetapi akhirnya dapat berjalan kembali dengan baik, dengan seperti yang diharapkan. Okay, for the next phrases number 3, carry on. Artinya bisa lanjutkan, terus melakukan, dibawa-bawa. Okay. To continue a process. Okay, To continue a process in this usage, that phrase can be used as an imperative. Jadi untuk melanjutkan atau memproses dalam penggunaan frasa ini dapat digunakan sebagai imperatif atau kalimat perintah. And the second meaning of carry on, makna kedua dari carry on adalah to continue to do something over a period of time. Untuk terus melakukan sesuatu selama periode waktu tertentu. Okay, and in the third meaning of carry on, a bag, suitcase, or other luggage item that is small enough for one to bring onto an airplane or similar mode of transportation. Jadi tas, koper, atau barang bawaan lainnya yang cukup kecil untuk dibawa ke pesawat atau mode transportasi serupa. Sometimes the people say carry-on luggage, carry-on bag. Jadi artinya tas yang gampang dibawa-bawa. What a carry-on? Terus artinya terus apa? Okay, example of carry-ons. Yeah, let us look. I'm sorry for all the interruptions. Please carry on with your story. Okay, I understand your vision now. Carry on. Saya minta maaf atas semua interupsi. Tolong lanjutkan cerita Anda. Oke, saya mengerti visi Anda sekarang. Lanjutkan. How much longer do you think you carry on such a dangerous lifestyle? Berapa lama lagi Anda pikir Anda bisa menjalani gaya hidup berbahaya seperti ini? How much longer do you think you can carry on such a dangerous lifestyle? Okay, the third sample of the carry-on. It's only a weekend trip, so I'm just bringing a carry-on with me. Ini hanya perjalanan akhir pekan, jadi saya hanya membawa barang bawaan. Okay, next phrase, be supposed to. Be supposed or in the brackets to infinitives mean it's to be expected to do, be something. Jadi ini artinya diharapkan untuk melakukan atau menjadikan atau menjadi sesuatu. Ya, to be expected to do, diharapkan untuk melakukan. To be expected to be something, diharapkan ya untuk menjadi sesuatu. Okay, in past tense, be, was, or were, supposed plus infinitive means something expected or intended to occur, but in reality, it is not the case. Should have can be used an alternative structure. Jadi dalam past tense be atau was, were, seharusnya plus infinitive berarti sesuatu yang diharapkan untuk dimaksudkan untuk terjadi, tetapi pada kenyataan tidak demikian. Seharusnya dapat digunakan sebagai struktur alternatif. Okay, before supposed to and plus infinitive. So, infinitive adalah kata dasar, verb one. Jadi tidak dapat dirubah ke past tense ataupun gerund ataupun past participle. Okay, example of be supposed to. You are supposed to arrive there before noon. Kamu diharapkan tiba di sana sebelum tengah hari. I'm supposed to start teaching English at the community college next month, but I'm still not sure if I can. Saya diharapkan untuk mulai mengajar bahasa Inggris di komunitas kampus tersebut bulan depan, namun saya masih tidak tahu apakah saya bisa. The third speaker was supposed to be a nutritionist talking about eating disorders. Jadi pembicara ketiga diharapkan seorang ahli nutrisi yang membicarakan tentang gangguan makan. Wasn't he supposed to wear a tie at the job interview? Bukankah dia diharapkan untuk memakai dasi pada saat interview untuk kerja tersebut? Next, blow somebody's mind. Blow somebody's mind is an English phrase used to say that something makes someone very impressed, surprised, or excited. This phrase is informal. Jadi blow somebody's mind adalah frase bahasa Inggris yang digunakan untuk mengatakan bahwa sesuatu membuat seseorang sangat terkesan, terkejut, atau bersemangat. Frase ini ya boleh dikatakan tidak resmi. Okay, let's jump to the examples of blowing somebody's mind. Blow somebody's mind. The last chapter of this book blew his mind. Jadi bab terakhir dari buku ini mengejutkannya. It blows my mind when startup founders just hire their best friends and family members. Hal itu mengejutkan saya ketika pendiri startup yang mempekerjakan sahabat dan anggota keluarganya. To see him be the most confident speaker during the meeting really blew my mind. Melihatnya menjadi pembicara paling percaya diri di pertemuan, to see him be the most confident speaker during the meeting really blew my mind. Melihatnya menjadi pembicara paling percaya di pertemuan tersebut benar-benar membuat saya terkesan. Okay, for the next phrase, can't stand, tidak tahan. Okay, can't stand, can't or cannot, couldn't stand is an idiom or expression that is meaningful. To be unable to tolerate someone or something due to aversion, a strong sense of disgust or dislike. To hate someone or something. Can't stand adalah idiom, ekspresi yang bermakna tidak dapat mentolerir seseorang atau sesuatu karena keengganan atau rasa jijik atau tidak suka yang kuat untuk membenci atau tidak suka yang kuat untuk membenci seseorang atau sesuatu. Dealing with people you can't stand. Jadi berurusan dengan orang-orang yang kamu tidak suka atau tidak tahan. Okay, and the maybe wise word or maybe other expression, I can't stand a day without you. Jadi aku tidak dapat hidup satu hari pun tanpa dirimu. Okay, let us look the examples of I can stand or can stand. I can stand her. Saya tidak tahan dengannya. They can't stand this anymore. Mereka sudah tidak tahan lagi. I can stand the sights of worms, but it won't stop me to plant and grow vegetable. Saya jijik melihat cacing, tapi itu tidak menghentikan saya untuk menanam dan memelihara sayur. None of us can even stand the smell. Tidak satu pun dari kamu bahkan tahan dengan bau tersebut. He can stand being ignored. Jadi dia tidak tahan diacukan. I can stand friends constantly complaining about their life. Saya tidak tahan dengan teman-teman yang terus-menerus ya komplain tentang hidup mereka. Okay, the list of all approaches for today. Call off or call something off yang berarti membatalkan. Calm down, tenang. Carry on, lanjutkan. Terus melakukan. Dibawa-bawa, be supposed to, diharapkan atau seharusnya. Blow somebody's mind, kagum. Can't stand, tidak tahan. I think, well, that's all for now. Okay, if you like, click subscribe, like, comment, and share below of this video. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.